Welcome to McWilliams Heritage Folk School. Today we're going to be talking about splinting chick feet. I'm preparing the OR now. So you put those eggs you ordered in the incubator, and lo and behold, they hatched. And all was well except that one of the chicks that hatched has a bad foot. Now chicks can be born with a variety of bad feet. Sometimes there's bad legs, which is like splay leg or spraddle leg. They sort of do the splits and can't stand themselves up. And other times it's just like curly toes or funky toes, or they have a foot turned and they're kind of walking on the side of it. Well, that's the situation I have today. So now you have this chick with this bad foot. Two options. Option number one would be to cull it. All right, that just means to humanely dispatch it. You don't want to try to rehab it. It's not going to have a high quality of life. It's going to get picked on by others, or you don't want it part of your breeding program. So sometimes we do that. But today, this guy just has a foot that's pronated a little bit more than it should be, maybe a lot more. So he's walking on the side of his foot, kind of like this, rather than like this, the way he should. So I've manipulated it a little bit, and it doesn't cause him any pain to put it in the correct position. And he's young enough. He's about 35, 36 hours old from the time he hatched. So we're still in that window of time where we can probably manipulate it, splint it, and give him 48, 72 hours in a splint and then see how things go. Worst case scenario, we can always cull at that point if we decide that this isn't going to get any better. So what I'm doing right now is preparing some of my supplies. It's much easier to get these supplies ready before I have a squirrely little chick in my hands. Also, my chick still needs to be under a heat lamp. He gets cold, so I don't want to keep him out any longer than he needs to. So a couple things that are really handy when working with splinting chick feet. This is called vet wrap. It's a stretchy compression wrap that sticks to itself. Really, really handy. You can buy that at any, typically like a hardware or a farm store that has an agricultural department. Comes in a lot of different colors. So what I'm going to prepare is some strips that are pre-cut. And I don't really know what I'm going to need. This is like an arts and craft project. I'm just pre-cutting some things that I'll have ready. Give myself some different options. Hi, Goose Goose. Did you want to help me with splinting? I'm also making a little spacer here. And I'm just thinking in my head, if I have the boot right here, like let's say that this is going to be the boot, and I take that foot and I put it the correct way, I don't want these toes all jumbled up on each other. I'm going to want to spread them, so I'm thinking about making some little spacers that can fit in between the toes. Some people will incorporate pipe cleaners or even little coffee straws. Little coffee straws can be really handy because you can actually fit a chicken toe into a coffee straw, and that will hold it rigid. So sometimes if you have a chick with curly toes, that's a really great option to have in your splinting kit. Okay, so I have some toe spacers. I've got some boots here, assorted sizes of vet wrap, some masking tape. Also, if I need extra rigidity, I have some toothpicks we can use. Just want to make sure everything's very comfortable at the end of the day. You want to make sure before you start your project that you do have your guard goose on hand as your first assistant.
100% he looks dead, but watch this. Back to life. I love baby quail. Alright, this is my guy with the crazy foot. So this is another reason that we're deciding to splint this guy, is because we can't even really pick him out of the lineup. He's trying to do well. It's this guy right here. He's eating, he's drinking. Just has a crazy foot. You ready to get your crazy foot fixed? Huh? You're so cute. We're going to get you fixed up. Get you a stylish boot. Alright, our time starts now. We're trying not to get this guy too cold. For the walk to the OR, he's going in. Cleavage is a wonderful thing for little chicks. Goose Goose, you going to come help me? Hi. I know you're nice and warm. So let's take a look and see what we're working with here. So his right foot, totally normal. Nice and flat.
when he stands. But left foot, look at that. He's walking up on the side of his foot. So when we stand him flat like this, you can see this right foot looks really good, but this foot is actually turning over. So what we're going to do is create a boot that is going to turn his foot this way so that he's not twisted. So end result will be like that, and it needs to be held flat because he wants to revert to that curled up position if I let go. He's going to curl up those toes and then flip this under so he's weight bearing like that. Hey Scott, will you come hold my chick? All right, Goose Goose. Time to scrub in. Our toe is webbed here, so we do need to be cautious of that and respect the web. If you can hold him on his back with his foot up, that's kind of what I need. What do you think, Goose Goose? Build in order to get him to lay flat here. Okay, so I've created that tiny little shape, and that's going to go on here to prevent all of his toes from curling up. This piece is going to go on top to prevent those two toes from touching. Going to make a matching one for the other side.
Tommy, can you bring Shepherd in the house quick? See if Finn or Pete will watch him for like 5 minutes. Thank you.
Okay. What I've created here is a bunch of spacers inside, and then I've wrapped it with a piece of this vet wrap to hold all my spacers in place. We're not done, that's not going to be the final layer, but this is at least holding the foot and the toes in the correct position. Holding his foot flat and not allowing him to pronate that foot and rotate it. So I am not even going to have to put anything metal on here, which is fantastic. What I will do is put a little extra tape on it because he's already starting to pick at it a little bit. You are a pathetic looking thing. You are going to be all right. My outer layer is actually going to be masking tape. So what I'm doing right now is trying to cover every surface with this vet wrap tape before I put on the outer layer of masking tape. That masking tape is going to hurt when it comes off if it's on any feathers. And because this is a Cochin chick, he's got a lot of feathers down here. He's getting cold. I have to hurry. Goose Goose, are you worried about his temperature? A little bit. This splint will not have to stay on very long, probably like 48 hours to 72 hours, and he should be good to go.
His ego is ruined forever.
No, it's not.
I'm gonna tease him.
Okay. Alright, does he like his new boot? No. But he's going to be better off for it. What you think, you little turkey? What you think? Yeah, alright, let's go back to your room. That's not how he's going to walk. Baby is splinted. He's doing good. Heading back to his cage with the rest of his friends. And we'll check back in with him in about 48 hours and see if we have any improvement. These chicks grow incredibly fast, so lots of times you see dramatic results pretty quickly. Here you go. See what you think, huh? This is 24 hours. In his splint. He looks good. He's up. Let's see if he's moving around okay. There we go. He's getting around okay. I think he'll be anxious to get that off. This is my little guy with the splint, Mr. Hopper. Guys, that is a flat foot. It was not flat before. Yay! Let's see how you can walk now. Let's see if you can walk now.
All right, give it a shot. What do you think, huh? I bet that feels weird. Oh my goodness. It looks awesome. You can tell he's a little bit wobbly. First time on your new feet. But it's perfectly straight. It's not bending under at all. Chicks are amazing. If you can catch things like that early, you know, in the first 24, 48 hours and splint them, these guys just take off and do really, really well a lot of the time. That was well worth the time we spent to save a chick. So I'll still come back and check in like 12 hours, 24 hours and just make sure that nothing's reverting to the way it was, but I'm pretty sure it was a wild success. If you enjoyed this video, please come over and subscribe to McWilliams Heritage Farm, where we talk about chicks with bad feet all the time. I'm so happy it worked out for you. I'm so happy it worked out. You're going to be just perfect. And watch, you're going to turn into a rooster that I won't keep anyway. That's exactly what's going to happen. There you go. All right, life is good. Goose goose. Goose goose. Goose goose. Thank you for helping me.